Hey guys, this is Rapid, and this is like my 4th time trying to record this because I keep laughing or fucking it up somehow. So this is it. I'm not even gonna try anymore. I'm about to go off to college to live in dorms, so I won't be like uploading, I guess, or doing stuff for perhaps a little while, until I really get sort of settled and I know that I'm okay in all of my classes. So I just wanted to make this video to upload before I leave, so that you guys will have something to watch. So what I want to talk about is, I'm sure the vast majority of you guys know that I got an Australian rocket launcher on my first ever tour of Man vs. Machine 2 Cities. And I want to talk about why I think that happened, because ever since like it happened, I've been developing all of these crazy conspiracy theories, really, about how that could have possibly happened. Like, my brain fucking exploded, like, because the first time that it happened, I thought like, wow, this is rare, but it can't be that rare because I got one. Like, I never get anything good. But like, as time goes on, people have been saying like, oh, they've gone 50 tours and never gotten Australium. I think that's the highest I've ever heard someone going and not getting an Australium. And my personal guess is that the possibility of getting Australium is about 1 in 100. I guess that because that's about the possibility of unboxing and unusual. And I just assume that those are about equal. Maybe it's something else. I honestly don't know. But I know the odds of unboxing or getting a Australian rocket launcher on your first tour must be like 1 in a million, so fucking A. So I want to talk about all the conspiracy theories of how I think that happened. So number 1, I think that it could be possible, maybe, that Valve updated Team Fortress 2 with a special Christmas algorithm that made rare drops a lot more likely. I've heard other people say that they've gotten Australiums, and a lot of them say that they got them around Christmas time, which is I got mine on Christmas Eve, I believe, and I unboxed an unusual the day after Christmas. So I guess it's possible that, you know, Valve updated some sort of algorithm in the system that made it more likely, if you're playing during Christmas, makes it more likely to get something rare. That was my first guess. The second conspiracy theory I have, which is slightly more crazy, but stick with me here. I think it's possible that Gabe made it so that you're more likely to be rewarded with a better item by being a better contributing member to the TF2 community. And I know this is like a long shot, because how do you even calculate any of this stuff? The reason I say is because I see lots of people who have, you know, from 15 up to 50 tours who say they've never found Australium. And not to be prejudicial or anything, but they seem like the same kind of people who leave really early, like when a team is having a hard time. And that's why a lot of people don't get into MVM, is because it can be really hard if your team isn't like really organized. So I think that's Gabe's way of punishing people who might leave a team early, or who abandon a team with like low-level players, like people who don't have any tours or things like that. The first time I played MVM 2 Cities, I played on, the only teams that I had were teams of people with no tours at all. And each tour, each map took forever, right? But I sort of stuck with it, and I sort of helped them get through to the end. And I didn't like abandon them. I never quit once. And altogether, it took hours. Like, what, maybe 6 hours for everything? Maybe more than that. I remember having to restart from like level 1, from like the first level of the map, like 4 or 5 times for pretty much each tour. I mean each map. And yeah. So now you guys get to see how crazy I sound when I come up with ideas. So that's one theory, is that Valve is rewarding you for helping low-level players with less tours, because it seems like they really want people to get into man versus machine. Like, they keep adding maps and they keep adding like different things to sort of get people into it, but still not that many people play it, because it's really hard if you don't have a team that's willing to stick with it. So I think that was their scheme for rewarding people who stick with teams, and I guess not rewarding people who are the kind of people who leave a lot and that sort of thing. Alright, here's my last conspiracy theory about this, and I think this is probably the craziest one so far, and that's setting the bar pretty high with all the craziness that I've come up with so far. I mean, all of these concepts kind of make sense in my head, but even I have to acknowledge that there's really no evidence to back any of them up. So don't go, you know, playing a million games of MVM based off of what I said, because I'm just a crazy person coming up with conspiracy theories. So the last conspiracy theory, and once again, I will warn you, this is the most crazy one I've come up with, is that Valve is actually using your computer to mine bitcoins while you're playing, which will explain why even when you have a good connection, there's MVM servers are awfully laggy, aren't they? That's because there's extra coding in the background mining out bitcoins while you're playing. And I did like some research into bitcoins, and the best thing for mining bitcoins is a graphics processor. And it's such a coincidence that frame rate oftentimes slows down while you're playing, man. Although this honestly could just be due to all of the tons of robots that are on the screen at once. So there we go. Those are my 3 crazy conspiracy theories about how exactly some people get Australium and some people don't. But I do want to leave you guys with this last tip, and that is, don't go into MVM thinking that you're just gonna grind out a bunch of tours and then you're gonna get an Australium. It's an incredibly low chance that you're gonna get one, to be completely honest. And I've seen people get up to 50 tours and never get one. I think you have to like enjoy the game on some level. I really think it was meant to be more of a reward for people who enjoyed playing MVM and are willing to play 100 games in a row and be willing to get an Australium 1 time out of 100 times. So that's just what I think. So I don't know. Tell me what you think about these conspiracy theories down in the comments, and make sure you leave a like. And yeah, bye.